Hi, I'm Matt Gramling. I'm the play-by-play announcer. I'm here with Jim Lashinsky, my color analyst. Welcome, Jim, back for another year. We got a really good game today with our Forest Hills Rangers playing the Hollidaysburg Tigers. What do you got for an intro?
Well, Hollidaysburg is undefeated. They have not really been tested except one time by perennial powerhouse in the district, and that's Altoona. Now, they are playing as a 5, Pennsylvania ranked in the 5 group, and Forest Hills is 4. Forest Hills will drop to 3 next year. Now, Forest Hills obviously has a reputation. Their girls program has been outstanding for the past several years. Hollidaysburg, by the same token, they traditionally have put out great girls basketball teams. And with an undefeated Hollidaysburg team, Forest Hills, I believe they're 8-2, and they lost 2 tough games, but they are perennially right up there in the Lower Highlands. So we'll have to see what happens tonight's game.
Yeah, we do have the new expanded Laurel Highlands this year with so many more teams in. We have big schools like Hollidaysburg coming in, a 5A school. Not that 5A guarantees you a good program, but you do have a lot of people to choose from. They have a very deep bench, and it's going to be a tough game for tonight. We counteract with a very senior-laden group with Arissa Britt, Lexi Henderson, Anna Berkey, Addison Sherrado, and Mackenzie Johns. All very good players. They're going to have to play their best tonight.
And we have a great support group with some younger girls coming in, too, also. We're going to have to rely on speed, I think, today, and I expect to see Hollidaysburg pressing also. We'll see what happens.
Hopefully up and down court, and we have a really good game, and we'll see how it goes.
Good luck to our Lady Rangers.
Good luck. Hi, I'm Matt Gramling. I'm here with head coach Carol Cesari. Coach, you are 8-2 on the season, 6-1 in conference. But before we start talking basketball, we have another Sideline Cancer event, 2nd year in a row. You brought it here. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, I keep saying that our fall is always such a great success story with our volleyball team and our football teams raising funds for different charities. And Dom Vescovi and I both are excited to have Sideline Cancer back, and we're just going to keep it growing at Forest Hills.
Yeah, it's been awesome. So hopefully we can continue that. So right now, as we said, you have a really good record. You got a lot of girls that you're playing right now, but can you just talk about your season, including you took that nice trip down to D.C.?
So, yes, that was a new tournament that we went to down in D.C. Unfortunately, we lost the game. On the day we were headed to the game. So we lost the game, but we picked an extra one up in a regular season here, and it was just great to go down and play teams that we didn't know about and have to just off the fly make some adjustments. We took a loss down there to an undefeated team, Langley from Virginia. And this year, our Bishop McCourt game, we lost to a really great Bishop McCourt team too. So we want to play tough games to make us better all the time. And so that was our goal whenever we went down to Virginia. And when we brought in some really good teams for our own tip-off. Our own tip-off was a really great tip-off with Indiana, Du Bois, Central Catholic, and North Star. And North Star actually did their own Sideline Cancer just about a week ago for their Christmas tournament. So, yeah, and the season's going really great. I know we have 2 losses, one in the conference. Lots of girls seeing a lot of playing time. We have 18 girls on our roster, 25 girls on our junior high roster. Girls are still loving to play basketball.
And that's great for the program. Tonight you have a tough Hollidaysburg team. They're undefeated. They are a 5A school. And so what do you have on store for tonight?
Well, we know that they're very deep. We know that they're great shooters. We know that they have some height underneath. So we just got to play our best game and just be as competitive as possible against them.
Final question. You have a lot of seniors on the team this year. It reminds me a lot of when your daughter's senior year, when there was all those seniors. With
these girls were freshmen that year.
Right. And what I always said was, when those girls graduated, everyone expected the girls' team to be terrible, but not. These seniors that were sophomores then at the time, they just stepped right up and they just kept the tradition going. Can you talk about some of them? Marissa Britt, Anna Berkey, Lexi Henderson, Addison Sherrado, and Mackenzie Johns.
Yep. Well, all 5 of them, have just such a solid group of girls on and off the floor, leading by example in a classroom, doing charity work. They did a lot of the charity work for us for this event here, sold shirts, did anything that I asked. And, then today I watched as this freshman group walked in today, I had some freshmen show up and say, what do you need us to do? And I thought, see, this is how you just learn and grow from the leaders that are in front of you. And this group of seniors are a special group. They really are. Yeah, and I'm blessed to have them.
Yep, absolutely. And good luck to you tonight, and thanks for doing the interview. Hi, I'm here with Jordan Griffith, Executive Director of the Sideline Cancer Group, back again for your second year. Year number 2, welcome back.
Yep, thank you. We're glad to be here. Forest Hills is a great community to come to. Coach Asiri and Coach Vescovi, they do a great job with this event each and every year. And it looks like, the number maybe has increased a little bit already this year before the event even starts. And so that's a testament to them. It's a testament to the team and the community that we have here at Forest Hills.
Yeah, Coach Asiri and Coach Vescovi, they've been working really hard in their school, and it's raised for such a good cause. Can you talk about your cause a little bit more?
Yeah, so we've been at this now. This is year 2. Actually, this is the third. This is the beginning of the 3rd year as of today. So we've been at this now a full 24 months, and we've raised over $80,000 for individual cancer patients by simply coming into communities like this, and having people buy our gear, $5 of which goes to a cancer patient. And then doing things above and beyond. There's a check sitting over there from Coach Asiri that she got from a business that helped us out a little bit this year. And it just goes to show there's a lot of great community members everywhere that we go. And Forest Hills is just another example of all the great communities here in central Pennsylvania.
And you pretty much center around basketball a whole lot with your, I've noticed, have you expanded your AAU programs? It seems like there's a lot more of those programs with wearing the purple that I love to see.
Yeah, so, Addie Sherrard is walking right there. She played for us this year, and so did Alexis. So starting back in 2020, we had 2 AAU teams, a 6th grade team and an 8th grade team. And today now we had 38 teams last year, and we have 7 softball teams, and that's growing as well. We had a moment on ESPN, and my mom and I kind of, thought to ourselves, we built something that the people and the kids can feast off of. And it'd be selfish for us to just sit here and say, hey, we're going to take in funds and we're going to do a couple different things. We felt it was better to do things that were bigger than basketball, like tonight, give back to community members and allow people to come together for a common cause while doing the things we love, and that's the AAU component. I'd be doing AAU and coaching basketball if I wasn't in charge of a philanthropic organization like this. So we mix the things we like to do, and that's why it never gets boring.
Well, welcome back. We're happy to have you, and so happy to support this cause.
Yep. No, we're glad to be here, and thank you for having us. Believe always, everybody. Believe always.
Welcome to Sidman, Pennsylvania. I'm Matt Gramling. I'm alongside Jim Leszczynski. We got a good game on hand tonight with Forest Hills Rangers versus the Hollidaysburg Tigers. Both teams top of the Laurel Highlands. Should be a good game tonight.
Forest Hills comes in with only 2 losses, and Hollidaysburg is undefeated on the season, 7-0. And they've only been tested one time, and that was by Altoona. And they came away with a nice 8-point victory. So Lady Rangers are going to have their work cut out for them.
We're sitting in front of a packed house tonight. This is as full as I've seen the gym in a long time. We got a girls game, varsity game, followed by a boys varsity game, doubleheader. We got a lot of events going on. At halftime of the girls game is going to be the 5th grade girls going to play the 6th grade girls. Same thing in the boys game. The 5th grade boys will take on the 6th grade boys. We also have the Sideline Cancer event going on. All kind of things, selling T-shirts, bracelets. They're doing face painting, selling necklaces. We've really done a nice job raising money for Chrissy Gillimerod a Forest Hills community member who's battling breast cancer right now, and so we wish her the best of luck. And we're going to kick things off here with the national anthem. You probably hear the best voice in the business, Dave Zidell, starting his announcements, and here we go.
Our national anthem tonight will be sung by 7th grade Forest Hill student Braden Nyhart. So it takes a lot of guts for anyone to sing that, but a 7th grade young man coming out, I'm looking forward to the national anthem.
Before we meet this evening's starting lineups, we ask everyone, please stand if you are able. And gentlemen, please remove your hats for the singing of our Star Spangled Banner by Forest Hill's grade 7 student, Braden Nyhart.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch are so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Now we'll have the starting lineups by Mr. Dave Zidell.
Forest Hill's 7th grade student.
Officials for tonight.
And now, fans, it's time to meet the starting lineups. First, the visiting team, the Hollidaysburg Lady Golden Tigers. Head coach, Deanna Schumann. Assistant coaches, Dean Adams, Cassie Hawk, and Kate Tay. Here are their starting five. Sophomore, number 23, McKenna Weiler. Junior, number 5, Bella Bennett. Junior, number 12, Lauren Stevenson. Senior, number 24, Samantha Shoemaker. And senior, number 40, Isabella John. All right, ladies and gentlemen, put our hands together for our starting five. From Forest Hills Lady Rangers, junior number 22, Liv Lee. Senior number 21, Arissa Brett. Senior number 24, Lexi Henderson. Senior number 25, Anna Murphy. And senior number 41, Addie Strado. The head coach of our Forest Hills Lady Rangers is Carol Cesare, and our assistants are Scott Lashinsky and Mike Christopoli.
As we mentioned that, they had an 8-point victory over the Altoona Lady Mountain Lions. That was their closest game, and they pretty much blew out everyone else that they played. Now, this is the first year that Hollidaysburg has been in the Laurel Highlands Athletic Conference, and they come in as a 5A team. Forest Hills, the girls are 4A. Now, I understand they're going to be 3A next year based on population.
And as we see the starting lineups come out, an obvious advantage for Hollidaysburg right away is I see a lot of height in that starting lineup, where one thing that Forest Hills lacks is a whole lot of height. Isabella Yawn in particular, she's a senior. She's standing there in the middle wearing number 40 for the jump. And also number 24, Samantha Shoemaker, another senior. Very tall players. And we're going to have to hit the boards hard, lots of box outs, because we're not going to jump with them.
Well, Forest Hills will hopefully rely on their speed. They have some very quick, athletic girls.
Here we go with the jump. Controlled by Hollidaysburg. Number 12, Lauren Stevenson, running the point. Rissa Britt giving her trouble right away. Cut to the middle, bounce around. There's the shot. And as we said, a rebound by Yawn. She gets 2 offensive boards. She tries, kicks it out, goes out of bounds. No points on opening possession for Hollidaysburg.
3 rebounds on that possession for Hollidaysburg.
First shot was by number 5, Bella Vent. Now Arissa Britt running the point, as she typically does for our Lady Rangers. Tries to get Alexis Henderson. Ball's kicked away, and it is bounced out of bounds off of Lexi's hand, and it is Hollidaysburg's ball.
Hollidaysburg comes on the court with 2 senior starters, 2 juniors, and a sophomore.
Forest Hills with 4 seniors and a junior. Nice move by Weimer. Oh, and a nice dump down to Samantha Shoemaker for 2 in the opening points of the game. A nice little pick and roll for them. Hollidaysburg running a man-to-man. That ball's going to kick around. It is going to go off Arissa's foot and kick out of bounds. Not a good turnover because Forest Hills doesn't start into the offense. It does let Forest Hills start their press, which Hollidaysburg breaks easily. They get a nice lead pass to number 5, Bella Benton. She gets 2 points. It's 4-0 in a hurry for Hollidaysburg. Ball kicked away again. Another empty possession for the Rangers, where they don't even get a shot off there. Barely start into the offense. A good move as she goes the whole way around by number 23, Weimer, but she is blocked by Liv McCleary. She gets the block and the recovery. Good play by her. Lexi Henderson's going to take the 3. Oh, and that's money. That's a good start for her. She needs to get hot early and stay hot all game long. 3 points for Lexi Henderson. Makes it 4-3, cuts that lead real quick.
She was 3 feet beyond the arc when she let that one go.
There's a good move by number 12. That's Lauren Stevenson. She doesn't get it to fall. She kicks it out. A little bit of a rabbit step there by Bella Vent, and it back to the Rangers.
Hollidaysburg comes in ranked number 31 in the state. I'm kind of surprised that they're not ranked higher with their record and their performance of the games they've had.
So Sherrado over to Britt. Britt's looking to drive. She finds Berkey. Berkey to Liv McCleary. Back to Berkey. She finds the left lane. She's going to try to go up with the left hand, and she gets fouled. That is a new move by Anna Berkey. She absolutely, before this year, refused to use that left hand. So now all of a sudden, here's a drive with the left hand, a shot with the left hand, and she is fouled by number 5, Bella Vent.
They're working to become the most complete basketball players they can, and using that left hand is one of the key elements.
And I've talked to Anna. She has aspirations of going to the mountain playing basketball there. And if she's going to play at that level, she absolutely needs it. And I'm really happy to see her work on that.
She makes the first foul shot.
A little short on the second one, but we got a brand new ball game, 4-4. Weimer just speed coming down the lane, but that pass goes a little awry, and ball to the Rangers. Both teams seem to be filling each other out right now. Neither one is really having a good offensive set, other than the one pick and roll that Hollidaysburg ran early in the game. Screen by Sherrado. It's going to free up Britt. Britt to Henderson. She tried a little handoff, but it didn't work. That is Weimer just putting on some really good defense there, and eventually Vent came away with the steal. It's going to be a kick by McCleary, ball to Hollidaysburg on the baseline. Good job by McCleary, because if she doesn't kick that, that's a layup for Hollidaysburg.
Liv McCleary is our sole junior starter.
And she really stepped up last year as a sophomore. I didn't know who was going to be the final starter last year, and she really had a good season. It's a long shot. Does not fall. That ball's going to kick out of bounds. Shot by Stevenson. Knocked out of bounds by Hollidaysburg, and Forest Hills ball.
Weimer went up for the rebound for Hollidaysburg and just came down with it and knocked it out of bounds.
Stevenson's going to apply pressure. Marissa Britt's going to try the entry pass, but it is stolen by Shoemaker. Britt tries to steal it back. Does not happen.
Marissa Britt leads the Rangers in steals.
Good. Weimer, she's quick with the basketball. She made a nice cut going, or shouldn't call it a cut, but a drive going across the key and caught Addie Sherrado out of position. Addie's first foul of the game.
I believe they called that one on Olivia McCleary.
Oh, they called it on McCleary. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, shot by Stevenson, Lauren Stevenson for three. Britt over to Berkey. Berkey's going to come around. She tried to cut off that through the key. Didn't work.
There's a foul on number 5 for Hollidaysburg. Bella Vent.
Bella Vent, that's her second. Looks like she's going to check out of the game here.
Hannah DiPangrazio is coming in for her. Hannah DiPangrazio.
Yes. Coach Cesari in our pregame interview talked about how deep Hollidaysburg is. So where you don't want your starters get into foul trouble, they do have people that can step in place. And that's going to be a 5-second call. Rissa Brick could not get around Lauren Stevenson. Checking in for the first time for the Lady Rangers is number 33, Ann Spangler. She is checking in for Liv McCleary. So Stevenson with the wraparound pass. Wow, that was a fancy pass to get through. But Lexi Henderson comes away from the steal from Shoemaker, and we got a foul. Foul on number 12, Lauren Stevenson. Her first. Now you see Hollidaysburg with 3 fouls for this quarter already. With the new rule change this year,
yes,
that's going to get them to the foul shots pretty quickly.
And the rule change is that every quarter you'll start all over again with the count. Once you hit 5, you get 2 shots. There's no longer a 1-and-1 play.
And a nice scoop shot by Arissa Britt.
She came down low with the left hand, went up with it, and she will get the 1-shot foul.
Foul on number 40, Bella Young. And Arissa completes the old-fashioned 3-point play.
With 3 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Forest Hills and Hollidaysburg are tied at 7.
Checking in for Isabella Yon is number 2, Claire Patamonski. She sees the floor for the first time. Stevenson running the point. She kicks it out. Patamonski just checked into the game. She fires up a 3 right away. Weimer comes up with the rebound. Stevenson for 3, and she nails it. Marissa Britt coming down. She's going to spin through that key. She tried to find Henderson, but she did. She slid that foot. Good call by the officials. Checking back into the game is number 22, Liv McCleary. She checks in for Addison Sherrado. Forest Hills in a man-to-man press. Patamonski back to Stevenson, but that pass goes out of play. The press works, ball to Forest Hills.
That's what they're hoping for. They need to get some turnovers with the press and try to keep the ball out of the zone for the trees that Hollidaysburg grows underneath.
Yeah, those two that checked in for Hollidaysburg sure didn't take any height away, that's for sure. There's that rebound by the tall Padamonski, tipped away by Rissa Britt. She is so quick at those little steals in that backcourt. Timeout by Coach Cesari. She wants a 30-second timeout. Forest Hill's first timeout of the game.
So 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The score is Hollidaysburg 10, Forest Hill 7.
At this point, this is where I hear coaches like, slow down. Not that you want to run any slower, but you just got to slow down the process. And they're very helter-skelter right now. They're just going 100%, and they're getting out of their rhythms. So coming out of the timeout, it's the same five that were on the floor before the timeout: Arissa Britt, Anna Berkey, Lexi Henderson, Liv McCleary, and Anna Spangler. And it looks like Hollidaysburg's going to stick with their same five that they had before the timeout also. And here comes Weimert. As I said, she is quick with the basketball, and she's real quick to the key. Stevens is going to run the point, though. Between the legs dribbling, Arissa Britt playing good defense, and she's going to get called for a blocking foul. Only the Rangers' second of the quarter. First foul on Arissa Britt. We got timeout, something on the court. We're going to restart it. So Weimert, once again, she's going to go to Stevenson. Stevenson's going to run the point. She just looks very confident out there with the basketball. Extended defense for the Lady Rangers. A drop pass into number 2, Claire Padamonski, but she is going to get called for the travel.
The travel was caused by the good defense that was set up by Forest Hills at that point in time. They just couldn't quite have the necessary room to go in for the layup.
So here we go. Forest Hills, they're just getting really bunched up. There's a kick out to Liv McCleary. She's going to go for 3. Does not fall. Weimer with the board, and a streaking pass to Claire Padamonski, who puts on the brakes and lets the defense fly by and lays it in easily for 2. The Forest Hills, they just seem to be very bunched up. They're not spread out, and it's letting the defense have 2 people on the ball at almost all times. McCleary's going to go across the key. Not there. Anna Berkey's going to shoot the deep 3. It's going to fall a little short. Hannah DiPangrazio comes up with the rebound, but
Arissa Britt ties her up for a jump ball.
There you go.
Held ball.
Checking back into the game is number 41, Addison Sherrado, and checking in for the first time today is number 3, Morgan Godola. Morgan's not very tall, but man, can she fly out on the court. Just real quick feet.
The Lady Rangers have some good, solid underclassmen that they rely on a lot throughout the games.
Travel there on McCleary, and so ball to Hollidaysburg. Score right now with 1:38 left in the quarter. It is Hollidaysburg 12, Forest Hills 7. Stevenson going down that left side.
Hollidaysburg has been proving that it's pretty easy for them to break the press that Forest Hills throws at them. And that's a big key. Oh, Britt didn't quite get that one to fall, but she did get fouled.
It was a nice crossover. She crossed her over twice to get the defense turned around, and that's what drew the foul.
And that's the 5th foul by Hollidaysburg in this quarter. Now that will put the new rule this year into effect on any ensuing fouls that Hollidaysburg might commit this quarter.
Checking in for the Rangers for the first time is number 13, Miley Godola, and also number 2, Ava Mall.
Miley and Morgan, the Godolas, are sisters. Miley is elder sister.
Marissa Britt misses them both. Forest Hills needs to make foul shots to stay up in this game. Yep, and that's going to be a carry. Checking back into the game is number 25, Anna Berkey. She checked in for Arissa Britt.
Minute and 12 seconds to go in the first quarter.
So Morgan Godola bringing the ball down the court. Tries to use the screen by Sherrado twice. Entry pass into Miley, doesn't go. She kicks it out to Morgan. Morgan's going to bang it in for three. That's a nice shot by the young player. Oh, and a loose ball.
Let it go.
Addison Sherrado is not going to run it down. It is going to tip off of her fingers. She kind of got halfway between, do I grab it and get the ball up the court, or do I just let it go out of bounds? And that was just not a good combination.
And Coach Cesari mentioned it to her that that was not the best decision to make at that point in time. So Forest Hills has closed the gap to 2 points, 12-10, with 44 seconds on the clock. And checking into the game is Mackenzie Johns for Forest Hills.
So Isabella Yon also checked back in for Hollidaysburg. So one more in their starting lineup. That pass out was a difficult pass to attempt. It goes out of bounds. Ball over to Forest Hills. 36.8 seconds left. Let's see what Forest Hills can do with it. Do they hold it for the last shot? Morgan's going to back out. She gets stuck. Over to Miley Godola. Hand off to Anna Spangler. Over to Morgan. They're going to wind it down. 15 seconds left on the clock. Ava over to Anna. 9 seconds, and there's a foul on Weimer. Number 23, McKenna Weimer. That, with the new rule, that puts Anna at the foul line, where past years, that would not have been. Forest Hills just would have had the ball out of bounds.
Right. Now we're going to shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, the 1-and-1 is no longer a thing. We always mention the 1-and-1, and it's not. Now Anna gets to shoot 2, and unfortunately she misses that one. See if she can get us a point closer. And that one's short also. So Weimer's going to try to get it shot off for the buzzer. It's a 3. A little bit right. Ball's going to bounce around. Shoemaker gets it off in time, and 2 points for number 24, Samantha Shoemaker, setting the score at the end of the first quarter. Hollidaysburg 14, Forest Hills 10.
That was a big basket. When you think that we had the potential to tie it at the foul line, and instead we missed, ended up coming down here, and they convert. So what could have been a tie game at the end of the first is now a 4-point lead for the Hollidaysburg Tigers, 14-10 going into the second period.
Real quick action there in that first quarter. We'll see how it goes. New banner hanging on the wall here in the gymnasium is in memory of Mr. Ed Hudak, a school board member who just passed away recently. I just have nothing but good things to say about Mr. Hudak. He was on the school board for the right reasons. Anybody that is listening to this broadcast, if you are on the school board or if you are thinking about running for the school board, he's the one that you want to follow. He was here for the kids. At every sporting event, he was here. At drama presentations, he was here. He gave me so much support over my life back whenever I was a player and a student myself, the whole way to a coach now. He would tell me all the right things and all the wrong things that I did. Very matter of fact. And Forest Hills is going to miss him tremendously. And I just wanted to make sure that we point him out. Ed, thank you for everything you did for Forest Hills School District.
And as you said about the school board, January is School Board Appreciation Month. And sometimes it's a thankless job, but they do a wonderful job for our kids.
So coming out of the break, there's a shot by McCleary. That one does not fall. Hollidaysburg with the rebound. Stevenson doesn't care how many people are on her. She's holding on to that ball. She does a really nice job running the point. Left-handed pass by Weimer. Up to number 3, Hannah DiPangrazio. To the elbow, to Yawn. She's not looking to shoot her from there. Stevenson is, though, from a long 2. Rebound by Arissa Britt. Arissa's going to try to go down that left side, and unfortunately, her foot got in the way, and the basketball gets turned over to Hollidaysburg. Arissa's looking a little frustrated out there. She'll pull it together. Still a close game here. Fort Sill's only down by 4. Long pass across, out to the top. Stevenson, she's already hit 2. Let's see if she can make 3rd. Nope. Good box out by Lexi Henderson, but unfortunately, DiPangrazio comes away with it. Yawn with the shot from the short corner. That one goes a little bit long. Shoemaker with the rebound. This is what we talked about early in the game. Their length is going to hurt us if we don't rebound. So, 4th shot.
Another one.
And on the 5th shot of the trip down the court, Samantha Shoemaker for 2. We just can't give up that many offensive opportunities on one trip down the floor. It's Arissa Britt out to Asenstrado. She's going to drive baseline. She's going to find a nice little spot, and she puts it off the glass and in for 2, plus fouled by number 24, Samantha Shoemaker.
Arissa has a very nice shot. She surprisingly leads the team in 3-point field goal percentage.
So, Addie Sherrado, she is short. We have made one of her first 7 foul shots.
Wow.
Ball's going to bounce around off of Shoemaker and out of bounds. Good hustle by Lexi Henderson. You don't expect to make all your foul shots, but you can't keep leaving free points out on the board either.
Convert those, all of those, we're up 18-16 instead of down 16-12.
Lexi Henderson for 3. That's going to roll around the whole way, but Addison Schroeder comes up with the offensive board, and she is fouled. 2nd time in a row that she has been fouled. That foul is going to be, I believe, on number 40, Isabella Yawn.
Samantha Shoemaker, number 24, was questioning something about the official, and official Dave Dybert addressed her and discussed what was going on there.
Another one bounces out. The woes continue. See if she can get a point out of this. And she does. Good shot by Addison Sherrado. Hollidaysburg. Oh, the press works. Arissa Britt comes up with the steal. The right-hand layup, but it is blocked by number 3, Hannah DiPangrazio. Ball out of bounds back to the Rangers. Great job by Hannah stopping the 2 points for Arissa Britt. Ball inbounds to Britt.
And I believe we're going to have a foul on Arissa Britt. Her hustle is outstanding.
Yes.
Sometimes it gets her in foul trouble.
Yes.
But by leading the team in steals and the hustle that she puts out there, it's such a necessary part of her game. In for her now comes Morgan Gadola, replacing Arissa Britt.
Arissa with 2 fouls. Don't want her to pick up a 3rd this early. Morgan on Jordan Shoemaker. Stevenson run the point over to Weimer. Nice drop pass over to Patamonski. 2nd time she has done her jump stop, let the defense go by, and put it in off the glass for the easy 2. Stevenson hounded Gadola. Gadola to McCleary. Berkey with the running shot in the middle of the key, out of control. That one is, and now it's a 3-on-1 break for Hollidaysburg. Nice drop to Patamonski, and she puts it in again.
You know, Forest Hills girls team is generally very, very quick. And this team is no exception. However, Hollidaysburg is almost making us look a little slow.
I agree.
They are very fast. and tall. Great combination.
Henderson for three, and nothing but the bottom of the net on that one. Put a dot in the middle of the rim, it probably hit it.
That's 6 points for Henderson. Right now she leads the Ranger scoring.
Weimer with that little bit of a hesitation. I don't want to call it a Euro step, but in that type for two.
A lot of the fans were calling it traveling. Hard to believe. Ooh,
Picked by Stevenson right at half court. She's going to go up for two, and she's going to put it in. Time out by Coach Cesari. Just too much of a run. Good timeout. That last run really put a hurt on the Rangers. Score right now, Hollidaysburg 24, Forest Hill 16.
30-second timeout.
She's got to settle down the troops. That's got to be what it is. We got to settle down. I'd think about backing out of the press. Let's stop them in the half court.
I see what you're saying because they're breaking the press, but the downside of that is we're playing into their height. You know, if we let them set up in the half court offense, and we saw down there with a possession, they had 5 shots on one possession before they made one. So I think the thinking is get the ball before they get to that end of the court, but they're getting to that end of the court too easily.
Right.
They're breaking the press.
So we'll see what changes that Coach Cesari and Coach Lashinsky come up with. Anna Berkey, she checked into the game during that break. She could not get the shot off. It was a jump ball over to Hollidaysburg.
We're still in the press.
So Weimer coming down that right side. Stevenson up the top, running the point. Anna Berkey, she's fast. She can hang with Stevenson. Trying to figure out what defense we in here. Is this a 1-3-1? Pass across. Stevenson for three, and she nails another one.
She was 3 feet beyond the arc also when she let that one fly.
Maul's going to try to match it. That's going to be blocked, I believe. Dave Dybert is mentioning the tip, but I'm not sure the Lexi Henderson didn't touch it before it went out of bounds. Officials going to have a discussion here.
It's a good piece of officiating there. The ball was tipped. Now let's see if she saw touched last by the other team. Nope.
Ball's going to stay with Forest Hills. Rissa Britt checking back in for Anna Berkey. I don't think that Deanna Jubic, the head coach for Hollidaysburg, agrees with the call, but ball stays with Forest Hills regardless. Inbound to Henderson. She runs it down. And tipped by Stevenson from behind. Scramble on the floor. DiPangrazio came up with that scramble. Now Weimer's going to drive on the left side. She's going to kick it out Shoemaker. Shoemaker with a nice drop pass, but stolen by Ava Maul. She got it over to Morgan Goodall before falling out of bounds. Now Britt's going to start the offense. Stevenson's giving her hassles also. Britt down the left side, does not go. Ball's going to bounce around. Stevenson comes up with the rebound. She throws a little hook pass to Weimer. Back to Stevenson. Back to Weimer. Going to set the offense. Looks like we are in a 3-2 extended zone there. Britt's going to throw the lead pass out to Maul. Maul's in front of everybody. She's going to go up and put in a layup for two.
For my money, Ava Maul is the fastest girl on the court. Even faster than some of the Hollidaysburg girls, but she hasn't had a chance to show that yet.
Our fans that sit on the top row every home game with Doc McKay and Franny Walters, they like to call Ava Maul the Rocket. She is Rocket Maul in the top row of the bleachers, and that's a very fitting nickname for her. Long pass, going to be knocked away by DiPangrazio. The The length there helped her out.
Minute 42 seconds on the clock. Forest Hills is down 27-18. But they get to put the ball in play with Arissa Britt. Ava Spengler checked out.
Jillian Sidney tried to check in for the first time for Hollidaysburg, but she was told she could not because she had jewelry in her ears, and so instead, number 10, Kate Steiner, checks in.
PIAA rule. No jewelry.
They did relax the rule in baseball, but in the contact sports, including basketball, they have not relaxed that rule at all. Ball bouncing around. There is a jump ball between Sherrado and Stevenson.
Possession arrow goes to the Lady Rangers.
So minute 33 left. Forest Hills down 9. Ball into Morgan Godola. Little pump fake. She drops it down to Miley Godola. Miley hands off to Arissa Britt. She's going to go to the middle key. She's going to go up with the right hand and in. That's a tough layup with Shoemaker standing there for defense. Ball is going to slip out of Stevenson's hands. And ball goes to the Rangers.
It's an important minute and 15 seconds here. We'll see how much of a lead they can cut into. Travel called on Britt.
Travel called on Britt. So Forest Hills down 7. Anna Berkey looking to check back in. She's going to come in for Arissa. Press still on by Forest Hills. Steiner over to Patamonski, to Shoemaker, Stevenson, and they'll start their half-court set. Ball's going to bounce around. Who's going to come up with it? Mull scrambling for it, and Anna Berkey on the ground, and she's going to force the jump ball there between her and Steiner. Forest Hills got the last change of possession, and so ball goes to Hollidaysburg. This time, checking back in for Hollidaysburg, couple starters, number 23, McKenna Weimer, and
Bella
checking
Vent.
back in for the first time in a while is Bella Vent. She picked up 2 fouls early, and she sat for a long time. So she gets the ball, drops it down low to Shoemaker, ball out of bounds, and ball to Forest Hills. Number 3, DePangrazio, Hannah, coming back into the game for Vent again. Very short stint for her. Apparently don't want her to pick up a third foul.
Under a minute now. We've got 45 seconds to go.
Be nice if Forest Hills can come up with a basket here, cut it down, but I don't think that's going to help with a backcourt violation. That pass came low and hot. And now here's Bella Vent back in. We're going to play the offense-defense. Checking back in for Forest Hills is number 33, Anna Spangler. Offensive switch for Hollidaysburg, bringing in Bella Vent. Defensive switch for Forest Hills, bringing in Anna Spangler. Don't want Addison Sherrado to pick up another foul. Pass tipped away. Ball stays with Hollidaysburg. 32.4 seconds left to go in the half.
Anna Berkey providing the pressure.
Stevenson behind the back, between the legs. Ball kicked out of bounds.
Off Ava Mull's foot.
Middle of the key, shot from the elbow and banked in by number 2, Claire Patamonski. Forest Hills really didn't want to see that. They now have 12 seconds to figure out if they can get an answer here. Kick out to Spangler. She's going to go with her left hand. Back to Mull. Mull thought about the 3. 2 seconds. 1. Miley's going to throw it up, and it is tipped and short. Score at halftime. Hollidaysburg 29, Forest Hills 20. Forest Hills find themselves in a 9-point deficit. They got to find some answers here at halftime.
And one thing is, when they get a foul shot, they've got to convert those opportunities and somehow find a way to stop the fast breaks that are going on by Hollidaysburg. They've been pressing, but Hollidaysburg has been able to break that press consistently. So, with the score 29-20, at the end of the first half.
We're going to leave you here in a second, but we're going to leave you with the Forest Hills 5th graders playing the Forest Hills 6th grade girls basketball. This is the future of Lady Rangers coming right to you. Welcome back to Sidman, Pennsylvania. We're ready to kick off the second half with the Hollidaysburg Tigers up 9 on your Lady Rangers. See what adjustments happen here. Looking forward to a good second half.
McCleary puts it into Arissa Britt. Back to McCleary.
Both teams go back to their original starting lineups. Oh, and they got a nice set right to start with. A good pass from Sherrado to McCleary. 4-2 right away.
And a turnover by Hollidaysburg. They put the ball in and stepped over the line. Referee Dave Dybert called a violation, and Forest Hills put the ball in play.
This is a start to Forest Hills 1. If they can convert here, we'll have a good game again. Ball tipped away from Lexi Henderson. She's going to run it down. Good screen by Sherrado. That's going to open the 3 attempt by Henderson, but it does not fall. Weimer comes up with the rebound. She kicks it out quickly to Bella Vent. Out of play. Oh, and they are going to call a foul on a push on Arissa Britt. That is going to... Oh, foul's on blue number 5. That's a big switch there. Instead of Arissa Britt getting her 3rd foul, they're calling number 5, Bella Vent, who sat most of the first half with 2 fouls. That gives her 3rd foul. That's a big switcheroony.
I'll say. I think both of us thought that the foul was going to be on Arissa Britt.
I initially wasn't thinking of foul at all. I thought the ball was just kicked away from Forest Hills. Yep, but there's going to be a travel. Sherrado tried to start before she put the ball down. And ball back to Hollidaysburg. So long pass out to Yawn. She hits Weimer coming right up the middle. Quick with the ball. Over to oh, and a shot by Bella Vent for 3. Sorry, Miss Shoemaker with the assist on there. Berkey to McCleary. McCleary back to Britt. Britt's going to take the 3. That looks a little long. It's not going to fall in. Bella Yawn is going to come up with the rebound and foul on Sherrado.
So Hollidaysburg extended their 8-point lead to 10 right now in the early going of the 3rd quarter.
Biggest lead of the game so far for Hollidaysburg. Forest Hills has never led. They did earn 1 tie when the score was 4-4. Shoemaker past the Yawn. 1 dribble out to Weimer. She's going to back her dribble up. McCleary trying to stop her. She's going to wind around the Sherrado. Sherrado might have got a hand on that. Did not follow either way. Britt comes up with the board. She's going to kick it out to Berkey. Berkey's going to take the 3. That one's going to bounce off the rim. And Vent didn't come up with the rebound, but she kicked it away enough that Hollidaysburg comes up with it. Nice pass into Weimer. She's going to get the hoop and harm.
I think we're going to have one on Olivia. Olivia McCleary will be called for the foul. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was on
Anna Berkey.
Anna Berkey.
Her 1st foul. So we're not worried about foul trouble there, but what we're worried about is Weimer extending this lead. She does not complete the foul shot, but Hollidaysburg once again comes up with an offensive board, which was big-time trouble for Forest Hills in the first half, and those woes are continuing in the second half because right on target, there is Stevenson for another 3-pointer, extending that lead to 15. Just second chance points and a block by Bella Vent there. Hollidaysburg with the ball.
Right now, Forest Hills has no answer for the height, the speed, and the shooting ability of Hollidaysburg.
Now, good block there by Sherrado. She does a good job posting herself up and not giving up her defensive position. Oh, that shot doesn't go in. Weimer comes up with the rebound. She's going to take the sideline. Get to the middle. Sherrado's going to stand there. She does a good job in defense, but Shoemaker came up with the ball. Ball around the horn. Vent, that one's blocked by McCleary. Shoemaker comes up with that ball. Stevenson from the 3, and she knocks in another one. That is 5 3-pointers for her.
She's 17 total points.
She is not the tallest player on Hollidaysburg, but she is just knocking them in from that arc. 17 points for her. Wow.
That extends the lead to 18 points, 40-22.
And Forest Hills, coming out of halftime, they got what they wanted. They got a quick 2 points. They got a turnover, but they have not scored since, and they haven't gotten a lot of stops since either.
It's got to be very frustrating. You think, okay, what can we do? As a coach, you're saying, what are we going to be able to put up here to slow this team down? We need to catch up. And, we've tried different defenses. We've tried pressing. We've tried man-to-man. And right now, there are no answers.
No.
But let's give Hollidaysburg the credit that they're due. They are quick, they're tall, they can run the floor, and they can shoot, obviously. With Stevenson getting her 5 3-pointers already.
And they're very well coached. They move the ball very quickly.
Exactly.
They find the open girl, they get it to her, and eventually it's going to get to a girl who's so wide open she can take the shot. And right now they're knocking down those wide open shots.
And when you go out now on the 3-pointer that Stevenson is putting up, that eventually is going to pull out the defense, and that's going to open up for their tall girls underneath.
Correct. That inside-out game is key. So Rissa Britt, she's going to try to figure out an answer, but she doesn't. Weimer comes up with that steal right away. She's going to turn around Arissa, and Arissa is going to get called for the block.
She got there just a little bit late.
Yeah, she got that hip out. Good call by the official. Weimer's going to shoot 2.
I could see Hollidaysburg making noise in the district playoffs and in the state playoffs.
Without a doubt.
They are a well-rounded, very talented group of girls.
Yeah, and once they get out of the district, there's not a lot of 5A teams in District 6.
Right.
Once they get out of the district, it's going to be difficult because they're going to match up against. But I agree, they got a little bit of everything. They got the height, they got the speed, and I agree they can make that run. Checking back in for the Rangers are our 2 little speed demons, Ava Mall and Morgan Godola. Morgan over to Ava. By the way, those 2 play middle infield on the softball team that made a deep run in playoffs last year, and they are fun to watch on a diamond. Morgan plays shortstop and Ava at second base. Oh, also I missed checking in for the first time is number 4, Paxton Picola. She's a nice shot. She's I believe 5 for 9 on the season at the varsity level, and she scored a lot of points in the JV games too. With the doubleheader with the boys and girls that we have going tonight, we just don't have time for JV games too. So jump ball in that case, that one's going to go over to Hollidaysburg. Weimer going to wide open lane. She kicks out to Yawn. Yawn over to Shoemaker, but luckily for the Rangers, McCleary dropped down and knocked that one out before the wide open layup happened.
Lead has grown to 20 points. 22 for the Rangers, 42 for Hollidaysburg.
See on the Weimer. Weimer's going to put up the 3. That one bangs off the rim, but Weimer gets her own rebound. Another offensive board, another second chance opportunity for the Tigers. Vent, she's going to go up. That is a strong move. She went up knowing she was going to get fouled, and she took it up hard, made the shot, and drew the foul. That one goes on number 22, Liv McCleary. And Bella converts from the charity stripe also. 3-point play for her. Lady Tigers, 45. Lady Rangers, 22. Forest Hill still has not scored since that opening basket coming out of halftime.
It's not for lack of effort, though. They
It's
keep
not.
hustling, and they keep working their ball and working around and making every attempt, but they don't have the answer yet. Into the game comes Miley Gadula, who you mentioned softball. She was a first-team All-State softball player last year as a catcher.
Oh, and I watched her catch. She could start on most boys' baseball teams. And she's got an arm like I've never seen on a softball diamond before. It is a missile coming from behind that plate to second base, and she can rocket the ball off her bat as much as anybody, too.
I've seen her in the batting cage at different places, and I've never seen anyone actually attack the ball like she does.
Yeah, and, I mean, they were a young team last year at softball. Like I said, they made that deep run last year, and they really got a good chance to do it again this year. The only senior, there was a couple seniors on the team last year with Grace Byer and Myers.
Miley Gadula putting it in play. Over to Ava Mall. Bounce pass to Morgan Gadula. And she is fouled. Stevenson on the foul.
Good take by Morgan. Brings us back to the charity stripe, where we had struggled there in the first half. Let's see if we do better in the second half. There we go. Made one there. It's as many as we made in the first half. Correction, that's as many we made because Addison Schroeder did make one late. We made two in the first half, and Morgan made both there, so that was nice. So Hollidaysburg to the top. 3-point attempt. That does not go. Good box out by Addie Schroeder. Rebound to Forest Hills.
Forest Hills has 4 fouls already in this quarter, and there's still 3 minutes to go.
Morgan going to take the 3. That's going to bounce out, but she's going to get her own rebound. Over to Ava Mall. Ava tried to go down the side, but knocked away by Bella Vent. Good defense by her. Hollidaysburg comes up with the ball. Stevens is going to push the action. She's coming with speed. Tried to block the block pass, but Miley Gadula was standing in the way. Checking in for the Rangers. We're doing a hockey change here. 5 in, 5 out. Most of the starting lineup coming back in with Anna Spangler replacing Addison Schroeder as the only non-starters, Addie being the starter. Coach Sari and Coach Wyszynski has done a lot of this year because we start 4 seniors and have another senior that comes off the bench for us. And so next year, we need to have a turnover. Those Ava Mall, Morgan Gadula, Miley Gadula, they're the starters next year. So they need as much action as they possibly can to get ready for next year. And I think they're doing a fantastic job of it.
They do a fine job substituting and getting them in, getting a lot of playing minutes and crucial minutes. They'll play, they're not in there just because at downtime or when one team has a blowout or anything like that. They're in there at crunch time.
So while we were talking there, first Arissa Britt, she got 2, so it was nice to see Forest Hills get on the board, and then followed with Samantha Shoemaker. She got 2 for Hollidaysburg, and so we're at the same difference in the lead for Hollidaysburg. So Arissa Britt thought about the 3, thought about it again. Gets tipped out of her hand, but luckily Anna Berkey's standing there. That one's tipped away by Shoemaker again. Checking back into the game is number 2, Ava Mall for Forest Hills. For Hollidaysburg, Weimer comes back in along with Yawn. Get it into Henderson. She's going to go baseline. She goes across the whole baseline, stays in bounds. Mall's going to try to go left. She finds McCleary. Entry pass into Henderson, but that one doesn't quite connect. Ball out of bounds. Must have been tipped away by Hollidaysburg.
Hannah DiPangrazio kicked that one out. 47-26 with 1 minute and 28 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Inbound pass to Henderson.
stolen by DiPangrazio. Entry pass tipped away. Anna Berkey comes up with the ball over to Henderson, get it out of some trouble there. Lexi's going to bring the ball up the court. Lexi hasn't gotten a shot off in a while. You'd like to see your sharpshooter try to get as many shots off as you can. It's been a struggle for all four Steels to get a shot off at this point. I mean, the length and the defense by Hollidaysburg has just been very suffocating.
And they're putting they're not just packing the defense in at the key.
Right.
They're coming out and forcing us to. There's the shot that you were talking about from Henderson, and they're forcing us to take shots that we'd rather not take sometimes. Whoa.
Bellavent came down. That ball tipped away. Tipped away. So ball's going to remain with Hollidaysburg.
Anna Berkey set up there, took a nice block, and it took the charge. It wasn't a call, but she stood tough in there.
Well, there had to be something there. Yep, there travel. Both officials got it. Checking back into the game is Arissa Britt, number 21. Hopefully you guys see, well, we get a little break in the action before the end of the quarter. Man, this gym just keeps on filling up with the boys game coming in. It's hard to find a seat. So it's good to see so much support for the Sideline Cancer Fund. And Christy Gillimarod and her battles. 4 Steels down 21 with 10 seconds left. 8. Hopefully they realize how close to the end of the quarter we are. 3, 2. Lexi Henderson with a shot, and she nails it.
That was 6 feet beyond the arc, Matt, and she closes the gap to 47-29. 47-29 at the end of the third quarter.
And as we said, you need Lexi Henderson gets her shots off. She's just such a good shooter.
Yeah.
She got that shot off. It's been a tough road for the Rangers, but nice to see her knock one in there at the end of the quarter. 1 quarter to go here in Sidman. Sideline Cancer, big top of the Laurel Highlands contest between the Lady Rangers and the Lady Tigers. As we said earlier, Hollidaysburg undefeated. 4 Steels with 2 losses, only 1 loss in the conference. One quarter.
Looking at the Laurel Highlands, the top schools, the standings, Bishop Guilfoyle, as of very recently, still undefeated, 7-0. And Hollidaysburg, of course, we mentioned, at 7-0. McCourt hasn't lost yet. They gave us one of our, the only Laurel Highlands loss that we have.
And I was here for that game. That was just one of those games that everything went right for McCourt, everything went wrong for 4 Steels. We couldn't make a shot. We'll see them again.
But you get it, McCourt to credit. They have a very, very nice team.
Oh, absolutely.
Westmont only has 1 loss, and 4 Steels gave them that 1 loss.
Yes.
So you can see the Laurel Highlands is bunched up. We have a exceptional girls team right here now with Hollidaysburg, though. I can see them being in the Laurel Highlands championship game. A block on Sherrado.
Two fouls on Addie. Stevenson take the ball out of bounds. Finds the option of Bellavent. She shoots a 3, does not go. Weimer comes up with the offensive board. She kicks it out to Vent. Vent's looking for a hole. She's trying to go around Berkey. Sherrado gives a little bit of pressure. And there is Shoemaker, who's been just trouble for us all night long, getting offensive boards, getting second chance putbacks.
Shoemaker goes to the line for 2.
Her length has been critical for Hollidaysburg. So Shoemaker's going to shoot 2.
That one rims out. And so does that one. 0 for 2 from the line. Addie Sherrod comes up with the defensive board. Britt's going to get it up to McCleary. McCleary's going to try to make a move, but she's going to be fouled on the floor beforehand by Samantha Shoemaker.
A little push called on Shoemaker.
Forest Hill's going to run their inbound set. Out to Sherrod. Sherrod to Britt. Britt's going to take the three. That one's going to lean a little bit right. Vent comes up with the board, and again, look at her speed. She beats everybody down the floor. Ball bouncing around. And Hollidaysburg, they hustle and they come up with the ball. Give Vent all the credit in the world. Man, they are just scrambling and getting all the rebounds. She gets fouled by 24, Lexi Henderson. Not only her first foul, but that puts, again, Bella Vent back to the foul line.
And her first shot increases the lead to 48-29.
In case you're wondering, the mercy rule does not kick into effect until a 30-point difference, so we're nowhere close to that.
Stands at 19 right now. Yeah. Anytime in the second half, 30-point lead turns into the running clock.
Biggest difference so far has been a 20-point difference. Forest Hill's under that. Henderson with the ball. Weimer giving her difficult. Foul by Weimer.
Little push by Weimer. That is her second foul.
I don't think anybody is in foul trouble because both these teams are very deep and they use their benches very well. We will see in the boys' game coming up. Our Forest Hills Rangers are so much, they're very, very good this year, but they are not deep. And sometimes that gives them troubles in games. So there's a nice pass by Britt to Schroeder. She's going to kick out to McCleary. That was going to rim out. And Jan came up with that board. Knocked out of her hand. Britt comes up with it, but just blocked by Jan. Just, again, the length of Hollidaysburg just giving us fits underneath that board. Both sides of the court. Britt back up to the point. She finds Lexi. Lexi thought about the shot. Over to Berkey. She makes a little move. Throws it up there. Good offensive board by Sherrod. She misses the glass. Ball's going to bounce out off the top of Jan's head, and it is going to go out of bounds. Forest Hills keeps the ball, which is nice, and a good offensive board, but still no points come out of it.
Henderson take three.
And Shoemaker with another board. Tons of rebounds for Shoemaker today.
Vent on the drive.
Ball is going to bounce around, and that is going to be a jump ball. Ball to the Rangers. 5:55 left on the clock. Lady Rangers trying to just scratch and claw and get back into the game. Sherrod holding the ball up top. All kind of defenders in the area. The ball almost stolen by Shoemaker, but Britt came up with it. She goes from the left hand to the right hand and lays it in for two. Nice little move by Arissa.
A nice roll on that one.
So here comes Vent up the court. Quick little spin move. Weimer's going to take the jumper for the long two. Ball's going to bounce to the court. Who's going to come up with it? Jump ball. Forest Hills got the last one. Hollidaysburg gets this one. Checking back in for Hollidaysburg, number 2, Claire Padamonski, and number 3, Hannah DiPangrazio. Oh, and a slick little move, Stevenson to Vent. for 2 and the foul.
Vent goes to the line now. Bella has 11 points for the Hollidaysburg Lady Tigers.
Which is pretty impressive considering she sat most of the first half with foul trouble.
Yep.
5 in, 5 out again for Forest Hills.
And we have a technical foul on number 24.
It looks like a second girl with earrings. They got a warning on the first one coming in, but because of her playing, it's going to be a technical this time. So
it must have just been noticed because Samantha Shoemaker's been in the game for a long time.
Yeah, she was one of the starters. So they'll clear the lane. Bella Vent will get a chance to finish her second foul shot, and then Forest Hills will get a chance to shoot
2 shots and then ball out of bounds.
Correct.
Yeah, it's a good rule. It really is for safety purposes. And officials don't want to be fashion policemen.
Oh, we hate being fashion police. As football, we have so many fashion rules of every time they relax a rule, they put another one on. It's tough. I'm glad they relaxed the Jordan rule in baseball because there's no contact in baseball. I really don't care if a kid got a necklace on or whatever. That's up to them.
Morgan Goodall is at the line for the technical foul. Misses the first.
See if we can convert the second one. It was a 21-point difference, and it's going to just changed. It's down to a 20-point difference. I don't know where that extra point came from.
I think they just corrected the score.
They corrected the score from earlier. So 20-point difference, matching the largest lead Hollidaysburg has had. And Forest Hills, this is a lineup that, as we said, Coach Cesari and Coach Lashinsky does a good job substituting, getting next year's team ready as much as winning this year. And I said to Coach Cesari in the pregame interview, it reminds me of when Maddie Cesari, her youngest daughter, played, and we had 5 senior starters, and everybody said how terrible the next year's team was going to be. And this group of seniors who were freshmen at the time, sophomores the following year, they just stepped right up and kept the tradition going.
Morgan Goodall just sunk a 3 from
I expect the same thing from this group here, as you're looking at mostly sophomores, one junior out there, that they'll step right up next year and keep the tradition going. As you said, we saw Morgan Goodall put in the 3. There's a lot of good players on that court that's going to just step right in next year. Hollidaysburg got 2 back though.
19-point lead. Morgan for another 3. This is a little long.
Vent's going to go quick. Morgan's going to run side by side with her. Put on a good defensive pressure. And Patamonski with the offensive board and the putback. So less than 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Ava Mall's going to try the 3. That one's going to go long off the back of the rim. Tips it away off of Stevenson's ankle, but of course it rolls right to Hollidaysburg.
Patamonski's called for the travel.
She was waiting for Stevenson to get on the right side of the half-court line, and unfortunately for her, traveled before that happened. So Morgan Goodall running the point. She's going to find Sister Miley. A lot of standing still, which is difficult to find a pass there. Ava Mall's going to go down the left side. She's going to throw that left-hand layup up off the backboard, off the rim. Does not go in. Hollidaysburg's going to kick it up. Lots of guards touching the ball on this possession. Stevenson's with the drop pass to Yon. Up to DiPangrazio. In the vent. Picola's going to kick around for it. Goodola's going to kick around for it. Everybody scrambling. Morgan Godola tied up
with Patamonski.
Patamonski. Couldn't figure out who that was there for a second. Morgan, nice draw pass to Anna Spangler. She's going to put it in and get fouled. A nice block-to-block pass there. Draw the defense to you, drop it off to your buddy on the other side, and it converts.
Anna's on the board now with 2 points, and a chance for another one. Both teams have 4 fouls in this quarter. Next one will put them in the bonus. Either way.
Shooter's touch gets a roll there for Anna. Stevenson with a nice move there. She's dribbling on the side. She finds Yon. Ball eventually works its way back to Stevenson. She's just very smooth. I've been very impressed with her all game long. There's Yon's shot in the middle of the key. She's fouled and gets to shoot 2 foul shots. That foul goes on Paxton Picola. Her first foul.
Looks like the starting lineup from the game will be re-entering for Forest Hills.
Yon misses that one. Here we go. Starting lineup, just like you said there, Jim. So 18-point difference, 2 minutes and 26 seconds left to go in the game.
The Rangers have played this quarter pretty evenly as far as the score goes. Vent with a long 3. No good.
Stevenson runs it down. Lexi Henderson tried to steal it. She got a lot more body than she got basketball, unfortunately, so foul's going to go on Lexi. And as we said, with the new rule, that is over 5 fouls. And again, no one-on-ones. It goes straight to the double bonus.
I've talked to some coaches about their thoughts on the new rule, and with mixed results. I've heard that it takes a lot of the strategy out of the fourth quarter of a close game when the team might be trying to foul to get the bonus situation going so that they have a chance to catch up. Also, I think that when you reset every quarter for the fouls, that I think there are less foul shots in a game than there would have been in the past.
And that's the logic behind it. The logic behind it is you have less foul shots, and also the one-and-one that they're going to bang into each other twice instead of just once on the rebound. So you should have less injury, less chance for animosity with them bouncing. The issue that I have with it, I don't have a problem with the rule change, but most states in the United States have gone to a shot clock. Pennsylvania is still behind the time. We don't have a shot clock. My nephew's been playing a shot clock for like 3 years now down in Maryland. It's a 30-second shot clock. If you take away the one-on-one and you don't have the shot clock, teams can just drive that time out, and it is just it's frustrating. And I wish Pennsylvania would step up to meet what everybody else is doing.
And one of the reasons I heard about that was that, it's an expense for the local schools and everything else, but
it's not
football
that
has
expensive.
it. Football has it.
Football has it, and all you have to do is ask a business, say, hey, will you please donate? We'll put your name on the clock. Somebody's going to step up in the community and do that. I've also heard they don't have enough time to train the people. Why? You got a whole year. Train them. Figure it out. I don't know. PIAA. So rebound there by Addison Sherrado after the foul shots. Go ahead, Jim.
Vent makes 1 of 2. Out to short.
That shot doesn't fall for Berkey.
Stevenson on the drive.
Oh, good job by Addison Sherrado, just putting some pressure down, but offensive board by Claire Pedomonsky, and she puts it back in for 2. There's Arissa Britt driving. It gets knocked away from her. Yon tries to block that shot, and she gets handed by Arissa Britt instead.
I think that would be Yon's 4th foul.
So Arissa Britt's going to get to shoot 2. Hollidaysburg needs somebody down on that block. Well, we'll move down there.
I'm surprised that the game that Yon has played, she's done an outstanding job on the boards, but we have her for 0 points right now.
She hasn't taken a whole lot of shots.
No.
She is a very good defensive player. She alters a lot of shots. She gets a lot of rebounds, but offensively she only shot gets a couple.
Right.
2 free throws made for Arissa Britt. That puts her up to 13 points.
She leads the Lady Rangers.
Arissa Britt leads the Lady Rangers in most categories, including points and rebounds and assists.
And steals.
So there's the Euro step by Weimer. That doesn't go. Good defense there by Sherrado. Ball kicks around, back to Weimer. Entry pass into Patamonski. She makes a nice little inside-out move. Rebound by Anna Berkey. Britt's trying to drive down the lane. That ball's going to go off the rim. She fights for it. Again, her hustle never stops. Battle underneath or on the ground there by McCleary and Weimer. I mean, I'd give Arissa Britt all the credit. She doesn't stop. She is 100% from the beginning to the end.
And that's a quality that the Lady Rangers have had for years. They don't quit. I mean, they could be up by 20 or down by 20, and they're going to play hard.
Ball off Sharado's leg, stays with Hollidaysburg. Who we got checking in? Looks like another wholesale change. Second group coming in with Mall, Godola, Johns, and Spangler. 51.2 seconds left. Good job by the starting lineup in battling Hollidaysburg. Nice little draw pass from Weimer to Patamonski for 2 points there. Patamonski with a quiet 16 points. Look at her. Didn't realize she was that high.
Yep.
Still there by Shoemaker. She's going to pull it back.
Lower it down. 25 seconds to go in the game.
Weimer going to hold it out. Over to DiPangrazio. And a kick there by Morgan Godola. Ball back to Hollidaysburg.
.1 lead down in the final seconds.
10 seconds left. 8.
And still the Rangers are pressing them. They're not going to just let it happen.
Now they can let it go now because it's less than 5 seconds. They're not getting a 5-second call. So that sets the final score. Hollidaysburg 62, Forest Hills 41. Hollidaysburg remains undefeated. A good battle between two good teams. Hollidaysburg just had the best of it today.
And, well, they had the best team on the court today. They were
without a doubt
outstanding with every aspect of the game. Shooting, rebounds, defense. And as I said, I expect to see them making a lot of waves in postseason. And I wouldn't doubt if they're in the Laurel Highlands Championship game. It's a little early to say that, but that's my thought. And you can see on the court that the good relationship between the girls in both teams.
So, signing off for Game 1. Again, Hollidaysburg coming up with the victory. And we will have the boys game coming up in a second. We're going to let the boys warm up, and we will be right back.